Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's Laura Milligan, and I am here for my Facebook Live Take Two. It's the second one that I do. I normally do one on Monday afternoons, and then on Thursday afternoon, I come back and share some more ideas with you. And as you can see, I have my little friend here. Everyone asks about him, and as usual, he's either barking or snoring. And so luckily right now he's snoring. So hopefully we will get through this without too much barking. So I'm going to just double check and see where I am. If you've hopped on with me, please leave a comment, say hi. If you want to tell me anything that's going on in your neck of the woods today, I'd love to hear what's going on. We have another beautiful day here. It's almost like summer. I hate to say this, but it's almost too hot for me. I like cool weather. But anyway, okay, so there's Colleen. Hi, Colleen. How are you today? Thanks for joining in. Just give me a couple minutes here. I'm going to just wait a minute to make sure people can find me and check in. There's always a little bit of a delay, but I appreciate you all joining me. Yeah, and Colleen says hello to my friend here. I don't want to say his name because I don't want him to wake up and start barking. So, okay, let me see. Looks pretty good. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera down. I have a couple housekeeping things I need to take care of, and then I have two really cute masculine cards that I want to share with you today. So let me go ahead and do that. If anyone else is there, leave a comment so I know. Okay. So I totally forgot on Monday to pick my winners. Hi, Sandra Shue. I totally forgot actually, I did my Facebook Live on Tuesday rather than Monday, and I think it got me a little bit discombobulated. I don't know. But anyway, I forgot to give away these cards that I mailed that I made last week in my Facebook Lives. So that's the first thing I want to take care of today. And these three featured the Oh Snap adorable stamp set that's in our January to June mini catalog. So this one is going to Judy Milligan. So Judy, I will get that in the mail for you today. This one, You Crock My World, which was really fun. And this is the one I used the retiring in color or color family paper stacks that are retiring. And You Crock My World, super cute. This is going to Debbie Lindsay. Debbie, I'll get that in the mail for you today. Hi, Myra. And then this one, Sorry, is going to Kay's card. And Kay, I do not have an address for you. So if you would either email me or message me with your address, I will get this in the mail to you. And then this one was a fun fold. And Feel Better Soon, I included a tea bag. And this is going to Dawn Hutchins. So Dawn, I will get that in the mail for you. I want to pull in these cards that I made on Monday. This one and this one. It used the playful alphabet dies. I think these are so pretty. Also used the Prize Peony bundle. And I was mistaken because I thought when I did this, again, I don't know what I was thinking on Tuesday. I don't think I was thinking right, but I thought that these playful alphabet dies were retiring, and they're not. They're in the new catalog, which I'm actually really excited about because they're just so much fun. So those are still available. The Prize Peony bundle, well, the Prize Peony bundle is still available as well in the new catalog. What is not available, of course, is the coordinating designer paper, which I think is really pretty. So I just wanted to correct that because I did not tell you the right thing. Those playful alphabet dies are still available. Hi, Judy. So this card I had meant to show you also on Tuesday when I did my Facebook Live, and this is just another idea with the Prize Peony bundle. I love this. It was one of my favorites it probably was my favorite. My first glance through our current annual catalog, which came out last June. This bundle of products caught my eye. I love the soft, kind of vintagey, shabby chic look, and you can see two of the pieces of designer paper here, and they are going to be retired. So I just wanted to show you this because I forgot. All right. So today I'm totally switching gears, and I am going to do 2 cards that feature the Soar Confidently stamp set that is in the January to June mini catalog, and I feel like it can easily be overlooked. It's a single stamp set. It does not have dies that coordinate with it, so it's just the stamp set, but I think it's great. I love the vintage feel of it, and it has some really good words. Of course, I love the plain, the hot air balloons. I think this is just a really great set, so don't miss it. It's on page 70 of the, right there, where's the page? There it is, page 70 of the January to June catalog. So I'm going to make 2 cards with this. And the products that I've paired with this today are the World of Goods Specialty Designer Series paper. And let me move this a little bit so that you can see it. I moved my camera in a little bit closer today so you don't have as big a view, but I was hoping that you could see more of what I'm doing. But this is the paper here, and this whole suite, World of Good, is retiring. It is a great, if you have men or boys, you don't miss out on this bundle. This is the stamp set that goes with it. It's called Beautiful World, and it does have dies that coordinate. It has the globe and really nice words. You make the world a better place. Life's a beautiful journey. Really, really good. Look how cute this is. That's one of those paper pumpkin boxes, mini paper pumpkin boxes, I believe, that they turned into like a little briefcase kind of thing. So don't miss that. But the paper is, let me bring my sample little stack of paper here so that you can see it, because it's always better in person. It's a specialty paper, so it has gold accents. So here are the different, see how much better it just comes to life when you see it in person. You get 6 different patterns, and this one I have used so much, I only have a little piece of it left. I'm actually using this on one of my cards today. And then on the back are some other different patterns. And I felt like it coordinated really well with the Soar Confidently stamp set, because it has that vintagey kind of look. And I think with the planes and the hot air balloons, of course, the map, the compass, the globes, I think they coordinate really well. So don't miss either of those products. And this paper, specialty paper, is normally $15, and it is on our last chance list for only $9. So it's a bargain, and you don't want to miss out on that. The other thing I'm using today for my first card is our stitched shape dies. These are on our last chance list. They are not reduced in price, but these are the dies. Everyone is having a fit over them going away. And so if you don't have these, you need to be sure to, I highly recommend that you purchase those before they are no longer available. Super, super great dies, what I call a workhorse in your stamping arsenal. So let me just show you the thing that I like about these stitch shape dies. First of all, they're all stitched. They have stitches, as you'll see when I show you the one that I've already cut out. But you have a good sampling of different sizes of squares, circles, and ovals. And I believe they are $30. I think that's what I just said. They're $30, but you get a good variety. I'm going to keep this small circle or small square out because that's what I'm going to use on my first card. I'm going to tuck these away, but if you don't have these, I strongly recommend that you take a look at them and go ahead and go shopping. Here's the link to go shopping in my store, and if you would just use that host code, any orders of $50 or more, I am sending a free embellishment as a thank you, along with, of course, I always send a hand stamped card. So be sure to check those out. All right, so my first card, I decided to use Mary Merlot with crumb cake. And I feel like Mary Merlot, at least for me and the stamping that I've been doing recently, I kind of forget about this color. And it's actually really pretty, and I loved how it looked with the crumb cake. So I am actually going to start by stamping on a piece of the Designer Series paper. I'm going to bring my little mat in here. Here's what's on the other side. It's that fancy, pretty specialty paper. And I am going to, let me bring my stamp set in. I'm going to use the airplane. These are really detailed, so much detail that they actually even have two little pilots sitting, piloting the plane, which I guess is good. You need to have a pilot, right? Okay, so I am going to first start by just stamping this here. And this is a little bit of a subtle, it looks subtle only because I'm stamping it on a pattern, but I love the look of this. So I'm just gonna go and just fill in. I think it's always a good idea to start in the middle and work your way out. So that's what I'm doing. Yes, Colleen has the stitch shape dies. That's a tongue twister. Stitch shape dies, and they are, if you have them, you will use them all the time. Okay, I'm just gonna fill in that corner right there. And let me just show you, you know what, I'm gonna grab, just so you can see how pretty this stamp set really is, I'm gonna stamp this, because I think you'll be able to see the detail better because it's on a piece of basic white as opposed to the pattern paper. But you can see there's two little pilots in there, and it's a very detailed, beautiful stamp. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is take I use the smallest square die from the stitch shape dies and cut that out with crumb cake. And I'm going to stamp on this, and I wanted it to be diagonal or like a diamond shape rather than a straight square. So I'm using my Mary Merlot ink again, and I chose Happy Father's Day. That is coming up, as we know. I'm just going to stamp this in the center of that, like that. And then I'm just going to put the card together. This is a pretty simple, quick and easy card, which I know I love that kind of card, and hopefully you do as well. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start putting my panels together. I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and just attach it. I cut it just a little bit bigger than my 4 by 5 1/4 panel of Mary Merlot, and this is just going to be placed right on my card front. I didn't pop it up, I kept it flat, which I know is not my usual way, but it's just what I did. So I'm going to center this on my front panel. I just think it's really pretty. And really, actually, we have a good friend that's a woman that's a pilot, so this is really not just a masculine card. You could send it to anybody, really. If you know anybody like Amelia Earhart, you could send her a card. All right, and then this is just going to go right against the edge here. Like that. And then I'm going to take this. This is going to go right here like that, and I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and just put a little bit on the back of this panel to help me hold this in place as I create like a little bow sort of look. And this kind of helps hold it in place. Hi, Anne Marie, how are you? Hi, Pat. Thanks for tuning in today. So yeah, I just sort of play with this a little bit, and what I like to do, of course, is flip it over then to make sure it looks okay, that it looks like what I want it to look like. I'm going to move this a little bit here. There's really not a right or wrong, it's just whatever look you like, and that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to pull this part down just a teeny bit. I just take my time and see how it looks. Okay, I'm gonna move this in just a little bit more, just a titch. Okay, so I like that. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna just take some of my dimensionals and put those on the back of this, and this will not only pop up this shape, but it will also ensure that this braided linen trim stays where it needs to be. So I'm just going to set that right on my card front, just right there like that. Popped in place. I'm going to trim the end of this just a teeny bit, just to even that up. And that pretty much is my card. The only thing I did, in addition to the stamping onto the designer paper and the square, was to add some bling. And I'm just going to add, these are my, let me double check the name. These are the Gilded Gems. And I'm just going to put 2 right here, right on the edge of this Mary Merlot panel. Just like that. And then, so there's my card. This airplane would be perfect to stamp on the envelope. And hi, Helen, how are you? Thanks for joining us today. Beautiful in Tennessee today. That's good. It's a beautiful day here too in Ohio. So since I've already stamped this airplane and it happens to be the right size for the inside panel of my card, I'm just going to go ahead and attach that as well. Oh, and look, this was, okay, so I had recycled this. This was from a hydrangea card I had made, probably last week, but nobody knows, right? That's the benefit of having 2 sides to cardstock. So there is my first card. It's a vintagey, artisty kind of look. Is artisty a word? I don't know, but I really, really love this card, and I know a couple of really great fathers that I could send this to for Father's Day. So let me know what you think. Give me some hearts. Give me some love. I love when those little hearts go up. It makes me really, really happy. So go ahead and show me some love. And I do have just one other card to share with you today. And for this one, I am going to use a basic white card base and Misty Moonlight. And then I also have, this is my favorite, one of my favorite pieces of designer paper from this stack. It's the map. So, and actually right there's Ohio. And I bet Tennessee's on here too. I know there's people watching from Michigan. It's kind of fun to look at this map and think about all the people that I know at these different places. I have a daughter in Georgia. I have a daughter in Virginia. I have a daughter in Chicago. So I think my whole family is represented on this map. That's kind of fun. All right, so I am going to start with just assembling my layers. And so I'm going to start with Misty Moonlight. Whoop, and it stuck to my fingers. Okay. And then this piece, the little map. Will be the next panel. Okay, then I have 3 narrow pieces. This is the one that it's the Misty Moonlight with the gold accents. It's like actually a big glow, but I liked just a little touch. I'll show you what the whole big piece looks like. So it looks like this, and I just took little strips. I think they're like a quarter inch, yeah, by 4. So I'm going to bring in my Tombow liquid glue and just attach these. Let me just check my glue and make sure it's going to start coming out. Check it over here. Yep, it's good to go. So I like to use the Tombow when I have little pieces like this. And I will say, the more I use this, I feel like I'm getting better control over it. It doesn't just come out in a like really big blob. I feel like I have better control over it, and I think that's just something you learn as you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put these 3 strips right across the center of my card. And the nice thing about using this Tombow glue is if you don't get it exactly in the right spot when you first put it down, you have some wiggle room. It gives you a little bit of room to position it how you want it, just like that. Okay, and then I'll have my third one. Do you like the Crumb Cake and Mary Merlot? I do. I also love Misty Moonlight. I love blue. Okay, then I'll just put the third one up here. And as you can see, I chopped this up. I wasn't worrying about, you know, the pattern matching up or anything. I just wanted to add some interest to the back of the card. So the next thing I'm gonna set that aside for a minute, and I'm going to do a little stamping. So I'm gonna start with Misty Moonlight ink, and I am going to stamp To a Wonderful Man. Whoop, To a Wonderful Man, and oh, it's right over here. I thought maybe I'd left it in the case, but okay. So I'm just going to stamp this on here, and then I'm going to bring in my double oval punch, and I'm happy to tell you it is available now. It was on back order for a long time, but it is in stock. So if you've been waiting for this, and there's actually a bundle that goes with this, you can get it now. All right, so I'm just going to slide this in. I always like to stamp first and then punch. And then I wanted to pull in, I didn't really want the white for the scalloped oval, so I'm going to go ahead and just punch with Misty Moonlight. I wanted a little bit of a contrast, a little more color on that. So I'm going to go ahead and put these together. And then I'm going to stamp the big hot air balloon, and I'm also doing this in Misty Moonlight ink. Stamp it right on there. Okay. And then I'm going to cut this out. Like I said, this stamp set is a standalone stamp set. It doesn't have any dies or anything, but and you can see even in the hot air balloon, if you look really closely, there's two little people in there. This balloon reminds me of Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, and it just looks like an old-fashioned kind of hot air balloon. So I'm going to cut around this with my paper snips, and you know the trick, as I've told you before, is to turn your paper. I'm just going to cut one of these out, but I actually, for my card, I'm using two. I've already prepped one ahead of time because I didn't want you to have to watch me cut two of these out. So, but this is pretty easy to cut. Get that over there. And again, I'll just turn my paper. Okay. So here's the other one that I've already cut. You know, I think I better cut a little more of this off the bottom here. Okay, so there are my two hot air balloons, and I'm going to go ahead and position those on my card, and these I did pop up with some dimensionals, so let's go ahead and do that. Don't you love this matte paper? I just think this paper is so pretty. I hate to see it go. If you know people that like to go on adventures, and I think it's a great graduation set as well. So I'm going to go ahead and position these. I'm going to put one a little higher than the other. And then I'm going to take my braided linen trim and just tie a knot. I did this because I didn't want to do a bow, but I thought this way, it's almost like the tether that they have with the hot air balloons. Yeah, you're right, Colleen. There's so much detail. It's so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, find my glue dot here, and I'm just going to set that way, like that. And then I'll do the same thing again for my other balloon. And I thought, should I put it this way or this way? And I thought, well, if they're up in the air, I would think the wind would be blowing in the same direction. So I just popped it the same so that it was going to the left as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add my words down here. These cards both go together pretty quickly, as you can see. Okay, so there's that. And then again, I want to add just a little bit of interest with some of my gilded gems. And for this one, I just picked up one gem. And I'm just going to put that right there like that. And I like the gold because of the gold in the designer paper, and I just think it kind of pulls that gold out. All right, so there is my second card, and it's Misty Moonlight, and then the pretty designer paper, World of Good, basic white, Misty Moonlight cardstock. And so those are the two cards I wanted to share with you today. Let me bring this other one in. And then just briefly, I wanted to remind you that I'm offering my, actually I'll flip my phone up. I'm offering my snail mail class to go. It is super, super cute. One of the cards, actually, we even create a mailbox that you put like the little letters in. Super, super cute. And then also I have my bingo event, and registration for both of those closes on Sunday, and I will be sending out an email reminder. If you're not on my email list, you need to be. And as soon as I'm done with my Facebook Live today, I'll go ahead and put a link above the Facebook Live recording so that you can click on that and sign up for my email list. And I hope that you will think about signing up for one or both of those classes. They're both really, really good. And my classes to go have become quite popular, and I hope that if you haven't given it a try, that you will. And I just want to thank you so very much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. So from my friend here and myself, thanks so much for watching, and as always, I hope you have time to be creative today. Bye-bye. Thanks so much, everyone.